Hi everyone, my name is Thanh Khiet, and today I'm going to lecture a mini pronunciation section in the guided practice. So basically we have finished the extensive and intensive listening. Before we move on to the speaking section, I'm going to introduce to my students about the sentence stress, which is the mini pronunciation section below the guided practice. So everyone ready? Everyone, flutter, flutter. So before we move on to the speaking section, I'm going to introduce you about sentence stress. Before we introduce to you the interesting part of speaking, I'm going to have a picture. Everyone who here in the class knows which character or what is this character? What is his name? Hoa? Blitzcrank? That is correct. So basically, if you guys in the class, if you don't know what this character is or what is his name or what his name is to be exact. Basically, this is a character in the game League of Legends. It was created by Victor. He has a sound robot, of course, and his sounds were, very robot-ish, something like Victor, something like that. In speaking, we don't want our listeners to feel like we are speaking like a robot. So we have something called contrastive speaking or being contrastive in our sentences. So take a look at this example right here. This is a myth from before we move on, before we go to the listening section. Tigers eat grass. So we all know that here is a myth. So how do we contrast this sentence? I want to invite one of you to read this sentence right here. Okay. Close enough. So you are stressing on the tiger's part, which is rather correct. But the most important part of this sentence is right here. Don't. We are stressing on the contrast part of the sentence, which is the most important part of the sentence. So try again and repeat after me. Tigers don't eat grass. Okay? Very good, correct. So if we don't want to say don't, we can say do not. So I want to invite another volunteer to have a try at this sentence. Tigers. We don't stress on the do this time. We're stressing on this part, not. Tigers do not eat grass. So this is a very relevant part for you to prepare to talk in pairs, to kind of debate, to defend your arguments. We are stressing on the to contradict one's opinion. We stress on the contrast part, the not or the don't in your sentences. That is the simple part. I want to be a little bit more serious or a little bit more difficult. I want to introduce you another sentence which is kind of famous. This is from William Shakespeare's plays. I don't remember from which characters? It is very famous, a rather famous sentence. Just erase the first part to avoid everyone losing focus. So here we go. So basically, according to the first sentence, which is a myth, we will focus on the contrast part, the not, right here. So everyone in the class, repeat after me, please. To be or not to be. So which part? Again, slowly here. To be or not to be. That is the question. I want to raise a rather interesting point here. Don't always stress on the not. We can stress on the more the important part to your liking. Something like this part here. The verb is. So no stress on the not here. At least that's significant. Well, let's try with is. So read the first part kind of in a neutralized way. To be, everyone, to be or not to be. That is, everyone, is correct. The question. Maybe this part should be rather difficult here. So we want to stress on the question part. So we have to kind of like the here to be a little bit toned down, just a little bit. So everyone, to be or not to be, that is the question. The question, everyone. The question. Correct, everyone. An applause for everyone. This is not that easy, and everyone, you guys did it. That is the question of the day. So what do we have here? We want to stress on the not, which is the contrast part. But in other occasions, we want to stress on the part that you feel like the most important part. The part is to your liking. Maybe the most important parts of your sentences. Maybe right here, too. Or maybe or maybe not. Yeah, as the contrast part. Is as a verb, right? Or the question, the keyword. Yeah, to your liking. Now we move on to the independent practice, which is the work in pairs part. So I want you all to form around in the class, and guys will work in pairs. In pairs means two students.